Gentlemen, what if I told you that something as private and natural as masturbation, something you may have done your entire life, could actually be putting your prostate in danger after the age of 60? It sounds shocking, but the truth is that the very habits that once felt harmless can at this stage of life silently damage the prostate and steal away the health and freedom you've worked so hard to protect. I'm Dr. James, a men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience helping men just like you. I've seen firsthand how small, overlooked habits can grow into serious prostate problems, and I don't want that for you. Most men believe masturbation is always safe, even beneficial. But here's the paradox. After 60, the body changes, and what used to be harmless can turn into hidden risks if you're not careful. That's why today, I'm making you a promise. By the end of this video, you'll know the 5 most common mistakes that silently harm the prostate and how to avoid them. And stay with me, because in a few minutes, I'll reveal the very first mistake nearly every man makes without realizing it. Before we continue, take a moment to subscribe and turn on notifications so you'll never miss another important health lesson designed for men your age. And if this message resonates with you, let me know in the comments. Your feedback helps me bring you the guidance you truly need. Now let's begin with the first mistake, misunderstanding the role of frequency. Mistake number 1, ignoring frequency, too much or too little. One of the most overlooked mistakes older men make is failing to respect balance. Frequency matters, and after 60 it matters more than ever. When you were younger, your body could recover quickly. Your prostate was resilient, and even daily release posed little risk. But the years change us. The prostate becomes more sensitive, recovery takes longer, and what once felt harmless can quietly turn into strain. Overdoing it, releasing too often, can leave the prostate congested, inflamed, and under constant pressure. Men who ignore this balance sometimes notice that they cannot empty their bladder fully, or that they wake up at night with an urgent need to go. These are not coincidences, they are signals. Yet swinging to the other extreme, going for long stretches with no release at all, isn't healthy either. The prostate, like any organ, benefits from regular activity. Too little and stagnation builds, leaving you with discomfort, tension, and even greater risks over time. The secret is moderation, a steady rhythm that supports your health instead of fighting against it. For many men over 60, once or twice a week is often the sweet spot, though each body will differ. Finding this balance is the first step toward protecting your prostate. But balance isn't only about how often, it's also about how. And that brings us to the second mistake, one that can quietly cause more harm than most men ever realize. Mistake number 2, rushing the process, aggressive technique. The second mistake many men over 60 make is treating their bodies as if time has stood still. They rush through the act, gripping too tightly, moving too fast, pushing their body with the same intensity they once had in their 20s. But the truth is, the body has changed. The tissues are no longer as resilient, the prostate is far more sensitive, and the recovery is slower. Rushing or using aggressive techniques does not just reduce the pleasure, it can create micro-injuries, irritation, and inflammation that linger far beyond the moment. I have seen men in my clinic come in with soreness, a burning sensation, or even swelling, all from being too rough with themselves. What used to feel like power now becomes punishment for a body that deserves care. This is the time of life to rediscover intimacy with yourself in a new way. Slowing down, being gentler, using lubrication if needed, these are not signs of weakness but signs of wisdom. Pleasure after 60 should not be a race to the finish line. It should be a deeper experience, one that honors the body, calms the mind, and brings satisfaction without harm. When you treat your body with patience, you unlock a richness you may not have felt in years. But even when men learn to slow down, many still make another mistake that is far more dangerous. They ignore the very signals their body is trying desperately to send. Mistake number 3. Ignoring the body's signals. The third mistake is perhaps the most heartbreaking because it comes not from action but from neglect. Too many men push aside the quiet warnings their body is sending, pretending nothing is wrong. They feel discomfort during release. They notice hesitation when starting the stream of urine, or they experience a dull ache in the lower abdomen, but they dismiss it as just getting older. Let me tell you, age does not mean pain should be ignored. These are not random inconveniences. They are your body's language, the prostate's cry for attention. I have looked into the eyes of men who waited too long, who ignored these signals until the problem grew into something far more serious. And I always think, if only they had listened sooner, so much suffering could have been avoided. Ignoring your body is not a sign of strength. Listening, respecting, and responding, that is the true mark of wisdom and courage. When you honor the signals, you give yourself the chance to adjust, to seek help, and to protect the health you still have. But listening is only part of the equation. The condition of your body when you approach intimacy plays a powerful role as well. And that brings us to the fourth mistake, one that quietly weakens the prostate without most men even realizing the damage it causes. Mistake number 4, masturbating in poor physical condition. The fourth mistake many men overlook is attempting to satisfy themselves when the body is already tired, dehydrated, or simply not cared for. You see, masturbation does not happen in isolation. It depends on the strength and condition of your entire body. When circulation is weak, when muscles are stiff, when the body is starved of water or weighed down by poor habits, the prostate is the one that suffers. Men often tell me they feel heavy afterward, or that the release leaves them more drained than refreshed. That is not age speaking. It is the body begging for better care. Think of your prostate as a finely tuned instrument. It plays best when the whole system is healthy. Staying hydrated, keeping your weight under control, exercising even lightly, and moving your body daily all ensure that your prostate receives the blood flow and support it needs. A healthy body makes intimacy smoother, recovery easier, and satisfaction deeper. Neglecting your health and then expecting the prostate to perform is like asking a tired engine to run at full speed. It will break down sooner than you think. But there is another mistake, one that may be the most dangerous of all, not because of what you do, but because of what you refuse to say. And this silence, more than any other habit, can slowly destroy a man's prostate health without him even knowing. Mistake number 5. Treating it as taboo instead of talking about it. The fifth mistake, and perhaps the one that causes the most silent suffering, is treating masturbation after 60 as a subject too shameful to speak about. Many men carry the weight of outdated beliefs, convinced that this part of their life should remain hidden even from their doctors. That silence becomes dangerous. When men feel embarrassed, they avoid asking questions, they ignore their concerns, and they carry on in isolation. I have seen men endure years of discomfort, even pain, simply because they were too ashamed to speak. But let me remind you, there is no shame in acknowledging a natural part of your body. Masturbation itself is not the problem. Misunderstanding it is. Your prostate health depends on honesty, openness, and the courage to seek help when something feels wrong. By breaking the silence, by talking openly with a trusted doctor, you not only protect your prostate, you also reclaim your dignity and confidence. Hiding weakens you. Sharing makes you stronger. I want you to remember this. Silence kills, but openness heals. And when you take that step toward openness, you begin to truly safeguard your future. Now that you've seen the 5 most common mistakes men make after 60, it's time to put everything together. Because what comes next could be the key to transforming not just your prostate health, but the way you experience the years ahead. Conclusion. We have walked through the 5 mistakes that so many men unknowingly make after the age of 60, each one with the power to quietly undermine prostate health. Ignoring frequency, whether too much or too little, places unnecessary strain on the body. Rushing the process with aggressive techniques creates harm where there should be comfort. Turning a deaf ear to the body's signals allows small warnings to grow into serious problems. Neglecting overall health and forcing the prostate to function in poor physical condition weakens it further. And finally, keeping everything hidden under a cloak of silence robs men of the chance to find solutions and reclaim their vitality. What I want you to take away is simple yet powerful. Your prostate is not just a small gland buried in your body, it is a key to your comfort, your strength, and your quality of life. Protecting it means more than avoiding pain. It means preserving the freedom to live on your own terms, to enjoy intimacy, and to hold on to the energy that makes life worth living. Every step you take to correct these mistakes is an act of self-respect, an investment in your future, and a gift to the people who love you. The choice is yours, and the time is now. Stay with me, because in my next message I will share practical steps and daily habits that can truly change the course of your prostate health for years to come. If this message spoke to you, if you found even one idea that opened your eyes or gave you hope, I'd like to ask for a small favor. Take a moment to like this video so more men can discover it. Share it with a friend, a brother, or anyone you care about who might be quietly struggling with the same questions. And leave me a comment below. I truly want to know your thoughts. Tell me what resonated or what you'd like me to cover next. Your words guide me in creating the content you need most. And if you'd like to go one step further, consider supporting this channel with a donation. Every contribution, no matter how small, helps me continue sharing life-changing health advice for men like you. Together, we can make a real difference.